Hello friends, welcome back. Hearty welcome to you. In this session, we will look into some practical or applications of linear inequations. So let's look at these examples and try to solve them together. The first one, find all the pairs of consecutive even positive integers, both of which are larger than 5, such that their sum is less than 23. We have to find out all the pairs of consecutive even positive integers, both of which are larger than 5, such that their sum is less than 3. Let's do that one. Okay, here you go. Find all the pairs of consecutive even positive integers. So if I take one integer as x, its consecutive positive integer will be x plus 2, and both of which are larger than 5, so I know x is greater than 5. And also we have been told that the sum of these two should be less than 23, such that their sum is less than 23. Their sum is less than 23. So can I go ahead and add them together and say this should be less than 23? Now you can see here I have conditions. I have x greater than 5, that is one inequality, and I have another inequality here that will decide the val that will give you the solution set. Now let us look here. What is this? If I simplify this, 2x plus 2 less than 23, or 2x less than 21, that gives me x less than 21 by 2, that's equal to x less than 10.5 to be precise. Okay, now x greater than 5. Okay, so after that what are the integers we have? The first even integer is 6. After that the next even integer is 8, and the next even integer is 10. 12 will not be fit in because x should be between 5, x should be greater than 5, so I can say 5 less than x less than 10.5. In between this range you have to find out all your consecutive even positive integers. So if x equal to 6, what will be the other integer? 8. If it is 8, other one will be 10. If it is 10, other one will be 12. So what is the solution for this? The solution is nothing but the numbers are 6 comma 8, 8 comma 10, 10 comma 12. Let us cross check that. Take 10 and 12. 10 and 12 both are greater than 5. Yes, both of them you add, they are less than 23. Now suppose you take 4 comma 6. It fails because 4 is not greater than 5. Similarly, you go for 12 comma 14. You see that both of them are greater than 5, but if you add them, they are more than 23. So the only the values are 6, 8 and 10. 6, 8, 8, 10 and 10, 12. So how we have done that? We have been given two conditions. One, both the numbers should be greater than 5, and the sum of them should be less than 23. So the point what we have to remember is consecutive even positive integers. The consecutive even integers will be separated by 2. So if one is x, another will be x plus 2. Now once you find out the range interval in between x will be there, look at the even positive integers, automatically you can get your consecutive integers. Let's solve one more. The second problem, the longest side of a triangle is 3 times the shortest side. It's a triangle, so let me go ahead and draw one triangle. Okay, the longest side is 3 times the shortest side, so let the shortest side be x, then the longest side will be 3 times the shortest side, that is 3x, and the third side is 2 centimeters shorter than the longest side. The longest side of a triangle is 3 times the shortest side, and the third side is 2 centimeters shorter than the longest side. If the perimeter of the triangle is at least 61 centimeters, perimeter is at least 61 centimeters. What's the meaning of that? Perimeter should be greater than or equal to 61. Now what is the third side? We have been told it is 2 centimeter shorter than the longest. That means it will be 3x minus 2. Now you have all the sides. You know what is perimeter. Perimeter is nothing but equal to x plus 3x plus 3x minus 2. That is nothing but equal to 7x minus 2. But we know p should be greater than or equal to 61. That means 7x minus 2 should be greater than or equal to 61, or 7x should be greater than or equal to 63. That also gives me that x should be greater than or equal to 9. So what is the minimum length you can have? The minimum length you can have is 9, because it is greater than or equal to 9. So the minimum value is 9 and starts from 9, and you can go to any value. Let's look at this again. We have been given a triangle and we have been told that the perimeter should be minimum 61 centimeter, at least 61 centimeter. What's the meaning of that? It can be 61 or it can be greater than 61. Okay, now what is the conditions related to the sides? If the shortest side is x, the longest side is 3 times of it, and the third side is just less than 2 by the just less than 2 of the longest side. So longest side is 3x, so this becomes 3x minus 2. You know perimeter is nothing but sum of the sides. You just calculate it and equate it to the equation inequality p greater than or equal to 61. So from that inequality you can see that the solution set is x greater than or equal to 9, and the minimum value you can have is nothing but 9. Let's solve one more problem. Let's look at the third problem. How many liters of water will have to be added to 1125 liters of the 45% solution of the acid? So what is the total? 1125 liters. Solution is 1125 liters. And what is the percentage? 45% of the solution is acid. So acid is 45% solution. Okay, so that the resulting mixture will be contain more than 25% but less than 30%. Now we have been given 1125 liters of solution. Out of that 45% is the acid. Acid is 45% of the 45% solution of the acid. We want to add only water. We want to add water, so that this 45% I want to keep it in the range 25% to 30%. So what I should tell now? I should tell how much water should be added. It's not a particular number. It is the range or the interval between which I should add, that like x, between x and y liters of water. You add x liters, greater than x liters, less than y liters, you will get 25 to 30%. So first we have to understand how the percentage is calculated. Now what is the meaning of this 25%? 25% nothing but acid whatever you have, that capacity or volume, divided by, you will have the solution. Acid by solution into 100 is nothing but your percentage. Okay, now let's calculate for the existing 1125 liters, and the acid is 45%, that is 45 by 100 into 1125. That will give me how much is the acid, and what is the solution? Solution is 1125. Now this is at 45%, but what we want to do? We want to add water. How much we want to add water? Let us say that is x liters. We want to add x liters of water. Now this should be between 25% to 35%. This is the problem. Now how we know the percentage? The percentage is nothing but the acid by solution into 100. Acid is nothing but 45% of the solution is acid. That means 45% of 1125 is the acid, and you want to add more water to the solution, so that it should be between 25 and 35. Now we can solve it. We have a linear inequality here, system of linear inequations. Now I can simplify that. If I multiply by 100, I will have 25 less than 45 into 1125 divided by 1125 plus x less than 35. What I have done is I have just 30 actually. This is 30. So what I have done is actually I have just multiplied with 100. Okay. Now there are two inequations now. I can take them separately. One is 25 less than 45 into 1125 divided by 1125 plus x. Another one is 45 into 1125 by 1125 plus x is less than 30. So let us solve the first one. If I solve the first one, so if I divide by 5 both the sides, I will have 5 less than 5 times, 5 9 times, so 9 into 1125 by 1125 plus x. Now if you simplify this, you will get 5 into 1125 is 56. 5 into 1125, and this is 9 into 1125, 5x. 5x equal to 4 into 1125. You can simplify that. I am not doing it, but yeah, I can do it actually. You will get x equal to 900. Okay, how we will get it, we will see. Maybe I will erase this, so I'll just use this one here and say simplify it here itself. Okay, now this is nothing but 5 into 1125 plus x is less than 9 into 1125. Now 5 into 1125 plus 5x, so I can say 5x less than 9 minus 5 into 1125, or you can say x less than 5 225 times. 225 into 4 is 900. So x should be less than 900. So we got one criteria, that the value of x should be less than 900. Now let us take the second one. Let's take the second inequation, that is 45 into 1125 by 1125 plus x should be less than 30. I can divide by 5, 5 nines, 5 6. This becomes 9 into 1125 equal to, sorry, it's actually less than 6 into 1125 plus 6 into x. So 6x is greater than 9 minus 6 into 1125. That is nothing but equal to, x is greater than 6 3.5, so it will become 562.5. Actually you can solve it a little bit in detail. I have just closed it quickly, but x should be greater than 562.5. So to maintain a percentage of 25 to 30% solution acid, you should add water between 562.5 liters, which is greater than 562.5 liters and less than 900 liters. Now most important thing in this example is to understand how the percentage is calculated. Percentage is calculated by the volume of acid divided by the volume of the solution after you add the water. So you are only adding the water, you are not adding acid, so acid will stay as it is with 45%, and you are adding more water, so automatically that 45% will come down to either 25% or 30%, depending upon the water how much you are adding. So that's about some practical problems in linear inequations, solving system of linear inequations. In the next session, we will look into linear inequations of two variables. That will be very interesting. We will look into two variables, and also we will look into solving system of linear inequations for two variables. Like you have 2x plus 3y greater than 8, x minus 6y is less than 4, x plus 7y is greater than 12, 2x minus 6y is less than 23. You have four inequalities and you want to find out the two variables, four inequalities. You want to find out the solution set. We will do it graphically, so we will look into that in the next session. Thanks for visiting. Bye for now.